Hey Rest Friends, my name is Edie and welcome to the Wrestfriend Report. Each week, your Rest Friends, me and Teddy, will recap NXT and AEW for you. So if you missed it, don't worry, we got you covered. If you are new here, welcome. Teddy and I are your Rest Friends, your wrestling friends, your wrestling best friends. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss anything Rest Friends related. Now, if you only watch AEW or you only watch NXT, that's fine. Don't worry, we get it. I will put a timestamp down below in the description box so you can skip ahead to AEW or skip ahead to NXT, whichever you prefer. All right, let's talk about wrestling. We are starting off the night with AEW and they opened up hot. 10-man tag team match action. We saw the Inner Circle go against Best Friends and Friends. So let's name all of the people in this match. Ready? All right. We have Le Champion, Sammy Guevara, Jake Hager, and Santana and Ortiz versus Orange Cassidy, Trent, Chucky T, Luchasaurus, and Jungle Boy. And Marco Stunt ringside. It's a lot of people. Sorry. Got thirsty. There's a lot of men. This match had some really good moments, including Luchasaurus having Marco Stunt on his back and throwing himself into the men who were ringside. I love these big tag matches because there's just always a lot going on. All hell breaks loose. Everyone's usually going at each other. It's awesome. But there was an interference by Matt Hardy. He pushed Sammy Guevara off the top rope, which allowed Luchasaurus to hit him with the roundhouse kick, and it was over. Lights out, Sammy. The winners of this match, Best Friends and Friends. For weeks now, Cody Rhodes has been putting his TNT championship on the line. And it's not only limited to the AEW roster, which I think is awesome. Last week, we saw Eddie Kingston have a really strong match against Cody. And this week, thanks to a strong social media push, we got to see Warhorse in action for the title. Now, it was a really impressive performance by Warhorse, but Cody won by submission. It was my first time seeing Warhorse in the ring, so I would have appreciated maybe a little video montage before or after, but what I saw, I really liked. Now, the end of this match is where things got confusing, I guess, interesting. Whatever. The Dark Order came out to attack both Warhorse and Cody, and there was one man that came to the rescue. Surprise, surprise, woo, woo, woo. Matt Cardona, who was formerly known as Zack Ryder in the WWE, who was let go a couple months back, but apparently now he's with AEW, and I'm really excited. This guy is incredible, so I can't wait to see what he's got to offer us in AEW. Next match was a championship match. We had Evil Uno and Stu Grayson versus Kenny Omega and beep, Hangman Adam Page. I can say it. It's fine. Now, Colt Cabana was on commentary and he was asked if he's with the Dark Order, and right now he said he's just hanging out. Sounds to me like it's an entanglement with the Dark Order. Now, Dark Order did a really good job of isolating Kenny and Hangman. They worked on one and then they worked on the other. They made sure that the other one was not in the ring. So I thought it was a really good match. Now the combo Buckshot and V-Trigger won Kenny and Hangman the match, and Brody Lee lost it. Okay, he was pushing the Dark Order, he was manhandling them, and Hangman Adam Page was in the ring like, ha ha ha, having a good old time. Brody then confronted Hangman and was like, oh, you got your little friends with you, right? And then Matt and Nick came from the stands and joined them in the ring, and oh my God. And it was just a lot. There was a lot of members of the Dark Order that came out of nowhere. It was like an RKO. Randy Orton was up in here, and they all just kind of went at it, but then it kind of like, they all dispersed, so I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Next, we got some women's matches. Hikaru Shida versus Diamante. Now, I was excited. We're getting a women's match. There's not enough women's matches in AEW. Tony Khan, I'm talking to you. Now, Shida, being the professional queen that she is, went for a handshake, and Diamante was like, nah, I'm not having any of this. And I was like, oh, how are you gonna do that to Shida? How are you gonna do that, okay? Now, Diamante hits really hard, but Shida has her knees, okay? Those are powerful knees that she's got. She will pop, lock, and drop you. And those vicious knees of Shida came through. Shida gave Diamante a running knee and she got the win. Again, Tony Khan, we need more women's matches, okay? More matches, Tony Khan. More matches. All right, we are now at the main event. It was a hot mess, but I loved it, all right? It was a tornado tag match, which meant that both teams could be in the ring at the same time. No disqualification. First team to get a pin or submission wins. Jon Moxley and Darby Allin versus Ricky Starks and the Machine, Brian Cage. So both teams could be in the ring at the same time. Darby's music hits, nothing happens. Oh my God, right? Freaking out, I know. And then, yes, then I was gonna say Dean Ambrose. Ooh, I was gonna say Dean Ambrose, okay. Then Jon Moxley comes out. Soon after, Brian and Ricky come out, and then a man falls from the sky. It was Darby Allin. Coffin drop. And ding, 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 all hell broke loose. All right, these men were everywhere. There was a lot of good moments in this match. Cage and Ricky Stark put Jon Moxley through a trash can, like through it. But my favorite moment of the match was the pinfall, because Darby Allin brought a skateboard from under the ring that had tacks on the bottom of it. He gets to the top rope, puts the board under his feet, lands on Ricky Stark's back, and you see his back full of tacks. It was terrifying, but I loved it. These tacks pierced the skin of Ricky Stark. Like, they were in there, like in there. It was fantastic, if you ask me. That was what happened in AEW tonight. We also saw a little bit of the women talking about their tag team tournament that they have coming up. We have Ariane, Cameron, what was her name? She was in WWE. You know, girl bye. She is tag team partners with Nyla Rose. And I think it's really interesting what they're going to do with this tag team. But we will talk more about that in the Wrestfriends podcast. So make sure you go to www.wrestfriends.com, or you go to Spotify or iTunes, and make sure you keep a lookout for that, because that podcast is coming up soon and we're going to talk about this tournament. It's going to be super interesting, but let's move on. We got to keep going. Moving on to NXT. Now, Teddy is not here with me today, so I'm taking over NXT. And if I look to the side, mind your business, because I'm reading the notes, okay? Teddy sent me notes, so I didn't watch NXT. I can't watch both at the same time. Don't come for me. All right, so Dakota Kai and Candice LeRae versus Io Shirai and Tegan Nox. Now, Dakota Kai, she's shady, okay? She attacked Io during her entrance and started a brawl, all right? And that's when Tegan Nox and Candice LeRae came out to help, and this tag team match was formed. Nox hit LeRae with the shiniest wizard. Shiny wizard. The shining wizard? What is it called? I'm sorry. While the ref wasn't looking, and then Io Shirai suicide dives on LeRae and pins LeRae for the win. Ding, ding, ding. Now, Triple H in a clip explains that Adam Cole going off on Pat McAfee on the Pat McAfee show was just a misunderstanding. Or you mean a work? That's what you mean. That's what you mean, right? Sorry, it's a review. I will refrain myself. Johnny Gargano versus Roderick Strong. Now, I saw everybody on Twitter going crazy over this, Wrestfriend Teddy in particular. This match was fantastic. Johnny Gargano defeated Roderick Strong with his one final beat. Applause, Johnny Gargano. Next, we had Shotzi Blackheart versus Mercedes Martinez, and these two women I know always put on a show, and this week's NXT was no exception. Mercedes Martinez did beat my queen, Shotzi, but what do we think about Mercedes being on the Robert Stone brand? That's where I'm a little confused. I am confusion. Mercedes don't need him. Mercedes don't need anybody, okay? She's a monster. That's like, I've said it before, that's like putting Shayna with Robert Stone. Why? Why? Did we ask for this? No. Moving on. So Keith Lee comes out to call out Karrion Kross. Time's ticking. I wish I had a watch. That would have been so much better if I had a watch. Instead, here comes Cameron Grimes. He tells Keith Lee that he'll be the one to take the NXT championship from him. Then Miss Scarlett Bordeaux comes out in this beautiful red dress to grab the attention of Lee and Karrion Kross on the screen to tell him he's got two options, dos opciones, okay? The easy way is to give him a title shot. The hard way, which she told Lee, like, you don't even want to hear it. You don't even want to hear what the hard way is, because everyone will suffer, okay? Everyone. They are coming for you. So I'm guessing he's only got one option really. Next, we had Imperium versus Everrise. Now, Imperium scares me, but I love them. So Imperium won this match. Not surprised. Imperium was gonna say something on the mic, but out comes the Undisputed Era to attack Imperium. And let me tell you, Teddy added woohoo on these notes, okay? Next, we had Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Jake Atlas. The NXT had a lot of matches. I think there was a lot. AEW only had like 5 matches. Hold on, I'll count them. I'll count them to see at the end what show had how many matches, all right? So Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Jake Atlas. Isaiah Swerve wins with a JML driver, and finishing up with the main event, a triple threat match with Finn Balor, Dexter Lumis, Timothy Thatcher. This was a match that I was looking forward to watch. Oh my God. Dexter Lumis takes out Timothy Thatcher, okay? By technical submission, joining Bronson Reed, and is now qualified for a chance at the NXT North American Championship at NXT TakeOver 30. Crazy, right? I know, crazy. I really thought Finn Balor was a shoo-in for this one. So for Finn Balor not to win, I mean, I'm totally fine. You can have Finn Balor lose. But I was like, oh, interesting choice. And let's recap how many matches there were. Okay, hold on, let me count. So we got 1 match. NXT this week had 6 matches. How many matches did AEW have? Hold on, I'm looking at my notes. We had 5. Okay, so we got 5 matches in this week's AEW and 6 matches on this week's NXT. Now, it doesn't matter, ratings don't matter. Whatever show you want to watch, just watch that show and love it, okay? Thank you for watching this week's episode of the Wrestfriend Report. If you want to listen to us talk more in depth about wrestling, make sure you head on over to Spotify or iTunes and type in the Wrestfriends podcast, and we are there. You can also get it for free on wrestfriends.com. We have a lot of our interviews up there. We have interviews with Cesaro, with Seth Rollins, Elias, AJ Styles. We have a lot going on, okay? And follow us on our social media at Wrestfriends on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course here on YouTube. Let us know what your favorite part of tonight's NXT or AEW was, and see you next time, Wrestfriends.